Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video. Now in today's episode, we are going to be creating a concrete machine that was originally created by Mumbo in Season 6 of Hermitcraft for the Sahara project. And he built it in 1.14.4 and it no longer technically works in 1.16 without a few modifications. So I want to show you guys those modifications that are needed. Have this world available for download if you guys are playing in 1.16 and give you guys a step-by-step walkthrough of this exact build. So let's go ahead and kind of take a look at it. This is everything right here. It's a pretty small blueprint compared to some of the other contraptions that we've taken a look at recently. And it's quite easy to build. So let's go ahead and kind of get into it. The first thing that I do want to show to you guys is the schematic so that you guys can actually go ahead and grab all of the items that you guys are going to need for your materials. Now, the pink concrete and the pink concrete powder, not things that you guys will need. The other thing that we actually don't have on this list is the input, and we actually don't have any like storage systems. So if you guys are going to be building this and you guys are going to be having a fancy storage system, we're not going to be building a storage system in the specific video, so definitely keep that in mind. All right, so hopefully I've given you guys a long enough time to actually take a look at what you guys need for all of your materials. So let's go ahead and get out of this, and then this world will be available for download on my website after the fact at gamercorey.com if you guys would like to actually take a look at it for yourselves. All right, so the first thing that we're actually going to do is we're going to go with a 5 wide platform, and then we need to make it 8 deep. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to fill all this in with whatever block that you guys want. Now, this is not going to matter what you make this out of because there will be water on top of it. You don't necessarily need to worry about it because the TNT won't explode on top of the water. We're going to build an obby platform all the way around, so grab your obsidian. I would recommend at least a stack, probably 2, because depending on if you're building into this or what you're putting this inside of, you might have to protect some of your walls from blowing up. So just be prepared to at least have a couple stacks on hand just in case that is needed. All right, so at the front of this, we're going to build an obby wall right here as well. We're going to protect that right there, and then we're just going to go ahead and build that out like that. We're going to put a water bucket here or a water source there. And then we're going to fill up this entire platform back here with water just like that. Now, at the center here, this would be the center. We're going to go off 1 to the right, and we're going to put that right there. And we're going to go up by 12 from here because the Pistons will push it down 12, but this is aligned with the water. So technically, if we're looking at it, you'd want to go build it off the walls here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And this one needs to be a permanent, and you can actually delete everything that you just got done putting in there because it's all temporary. We're going to make a shape like that, and then we're actually going to go ahead and put one of our slabs that we do need. Now, in the previous material list, you guys saw that there was a lot of slabs used, but that was mostly for building. Technically, you guys will only need 6 slabs in order to build this, so just keep that in mind. And we're going to go ahead and surround this with whatever building block you guys are using. And then you're going to want to waterlog that slab right there. We're going to build up 2 on each of these. And then we're going to punch out the middle because that's where the concrete powder is actually going to go through. We're going to fill that one in. And then you're going to fill this with the water bucket there. There you go. You just want to make sure that you waterlog that slab first. Otherwise, water is going to go everywhere. And you'll have to restart that top over again. So just keep that in mind. So next, you're going to want to grab your non-sticky pistons, the regular pistons. You're going to face 5 facing downwards. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to put on the top as well. And then behind each of these blocks, you want to make sure that you put a stone there or a block there. And then we're also going to put some right down here at the bottom. Then you want to make a space, and you want to put another row like that. And then I would recommend that you guys grab some obsidian or a non-movable object and go ahead and put that in there so that nothing can get pushed back past this point, just in case it actually does clog up your system or whatever might actually happen. Now, what we're going to want to do here is you're going to want to go ahead and put some slabs in. So we're going to put a slab here, your other 5 that you're going to be using. And then you're going to grab and put some here. And then you're going to go up 1. And then you're going to go over with your building blocks just like that. Now, you're going to want to grab your redstone dust. And then you're going to want to fill in all of this platform. And all of this platform. And then all of this right here. Perfect. Now on this side, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using comparators to read from some furnaces. So we might as well grab our furnaces and our comparators. So comparator facing towards the machine. And then on the back of each of those, you're going to want to go ahead and put a furnace. Now in the 1.14, you actually had to put 58 items. That is now changed, and we actually need to put 54 items inside of each of these. And the next one, and this will be the last one that we need. Perfect. All right, so now we got all the items in, and all of our comparators should be on. And then that's what we need to do for that section of it, and we're going to come back to that here in just a moment. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to extend this platform just by a couple more. And what we want to do here, and you can start this really however you want. If you only want this to push out 12. Now, just keep in mind that from all of this will actually be wasted material just because it will be sitting there. But when you put more concrete powder into the machine, it will get slowly converted into more concrete. So bear that in mind. And then what you're going to want to do here is we're going to go ahead and put in an observer. This is the only observer that you're actually going to be using in this build. So let's go ahead and face it towards us like that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put a block on the top of that and another block on the top of that one. Now on this side right here, you're going to go ahead and build this out by 3. Then you're going to put redstone dust along the top of that. And then you're actually going to go ahead and put a lever on the front of this one right here. So what's going to do is that's going to turn that on. And then what we need to do here is we actually need to put in a sticky piston. And we're going to go ahead and put a block here. And then we're going to do a sticky piston here facing inward. And what that's going to do is that's going to turn on the observer so that you actually have an on and off mechanism for the observer and for the concrete powder. And then this will also eventually control the TNT as well. So let's go ahead and kind of set up the rest of this. We're going to come out one more block, and then this one right here is actually going to be a regular piston facing inward. And then you're going to go ahead and put a block on the top of that one, and then you're going to want to come back one. And then what I recommend is grabbing a dispenser so that you can actually have, or a dropper because it's more AFKable. You're going to go ahead and put that right there. And then you're going to wrap around the back here with redstone dust just like that. So, and then once we actually place in an item, that's gonna move repeatedly, and that's gonna click, and then you can actually just turn the system off right there. Beautiful. Now that we actually got that set up, we can actually set up our input. This is something that was not included in that material list, so it's up to you if you guys want to do this portion of it, considering that you can load this with 9 stacks. But if you want more, I would recommend putting a hopper there and a hopper there, and then go ahead and grab a couple chests. And then I would put a chest here and then a chest there. So that way you can actually fill this in and actually be able to go for quite some time. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to grab whatever building block that we are using, and we're going to go up one and back like that. And we're going to go ahead and put redstone dust on the top of that one. And then we're going to go up one more. And then we're going to go ahead and put 2 pieces of redstone dust on the top of that one as well. Now, what I would recommend is you're going to be putting in a platform right here. This is going to be 8 long, kind of like that. But this corner is going to be raised up one. And we're going to get to this one here in just a moment. But we're going to get to we want to put a lever in for the time being. Let's go ahead and do that now. So that way we can actually turn the system off. So that way it actually doesn't start. We don't want to do that, especially once we get the TNT in there. We're going to go ahead and put a torch there, and then we're going to line this all up with repeaters. We're going to go repeater, 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 and then we got 3 repeaters on this side. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and do basically full delay, and full delay, and then this is going to be 2, and then this will be 2 and 2, and then a full delay right there. So hopefully that kind of makes sense for you guys. But normal delay, normal delay, normal delay, and then full delay on the rest of them. All right, so let's keep moving forward. We're going to actually need some more obsidian here. We're also going to need some slime blocks here in just a moment, so let's go ahead and grab that. Then what we can do here is we need another building block right here, right there, and then this is going to be obsidian, and then you're going to put 2 more pieces right here, and you can actually get rid of that one if you guys would like. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put slime right there, and we're also going to put slime right there as well. All right, so now what we need to do here is we need to grab our sticky pistons, just 1, and we're going to go ahead and put that right here. That's going to be attaching that. Now, right in this area, we're going to grab our only piece of TNT that we're going to be using, because we are going to be using a Tnt Duplicator. If you guys don't like using the duplicators, then you guys can completely ignore this portion of the build. All right, so on top of this, you guys are going to want to get any of the walls. It doesn't matter which one you guys use. And then you'll also want a fan. Now, if you guys don't have a dead fan, you can use one of the regular ones and then just let it die before you actually start the system. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of these. So we're going to go ahead and put our wall on the top of that. Top of the TNT, coral fan, or whatever fan you got right there next to the TNT there. Then we need to grab our detector rail and also a minecart. The detector rail needs to be facing like that, and then a minecart on the top of that. Now, at this point, we want to make sure that this system does not get set as of right now, because we're going to come back to that here in just a moment. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to build off of this one right here and kind of do a staircase down. We're going to put another block here, then this one's going to come down, then over like that. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want a repeater on no tick delay. We're going to want a repeater here on full delay. We're also going to want some redstone dust. So let's go ahead and grab that. We're going to want that right there. Then you're going to come down 2 off of this like that. Then you're going to come back to, then in between this is going to be sticky pistons. So we're actually going to go ahead and put a sticky piston there and there. That will make sure that this always stays nice and lined up with the drop going down. Now up here, what we're going to want to do is you're going to want to build up 1 and then actually just fill in the rest with this. And then you're going to want to put 1 up like that. Now you're going to put 3 pieces of redstone dust right here. Now you're going to want to grab your repeaters and put 1 here. And this one is going to be on 2 tick delay. And this one's going to be on a full delay, just like that. Actually, this one might be 3 tick delay. Pretty sure that that's the right timing on it, but we're going to test this out here in just a moment. The other thing that we actually need to do is we need to build up this area right here, and then this needs to be redstone on the top of that. And then that's all of that build for the duplicator. Now what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to build down a couple, and just like that. And then we're going to want to do redstone torch there, and there. That way we can actually get rid of this one now. That should make sure that that stays off. Then you can actually fill in this entire area with a floor. So if you guys want to make it look nice and fancy, you guys can definitely go ahead and do that. Now we need to send this signal over to this right here. And what I'm going to recommend is that you guys come down off of here. So we're going to staircase it down. You can actually start right there. Then we're going to just do 1 more. Then we're going to come along the bottom. And then we're going to go down just a little bit more because it needs a repeater going into that block right there. Just like that. So you will need to put like a repeater roughly right about here just to make sure that its signal strength is long enough, and another one right here. Then just fill in the rest of this with your redstone. And that is your entire build all done and complete. I guess the only spot that I would probably recommend filling in there is so that you don't fall down right there. Then you can do whatever you want for decorations, and I'll leave that aspect completely up to you guys. So let's go ahead and grab some concrete powder. And I guess we can just go with some lime. We can actually go ahead and fill this up. We can do the same thing with this one. And then what I would recommend is that you guys only really carry one on you. We're going to prime the system. That's going to set everything. And we'll start to get the TNT duplicating right here. And that's blowing up exactly where it needs to be. Perfect. All right, so now what we can do is we can grab our lime concrete, and then this is going to start working as soon as we place the first one down. So now you can just hold down and go to town. And you'll actually get more concrete into your inventory than what you really need right off the bat. So if you'd like to slow it down a little bit, you can definitely go ahead and do that. Because you can see that I can't place it down fast enough for it to stay out of my inventory. All right, so let's actually just go ahead and turn the system off right there. We can actually throw the rest of this back in. We already got a couple stacks now. And then that will eventually turn off the TNT as well by using that torch there, that tower. And not too much damage down here, but this is why you might have to, if you're building this inside of something, you're going to want to make sure that the walls are nice and covered and protected. You can see right here, just in the very, very short amount of time, we got over 2 stacks of concrete in that very, very short amount of time. But yeah, that is all of the entire build. It's very, very, very simple to build, and it works great in 1.16. So, and just to show you guys that it is actually 1.16, you guys can actually look in the upper left-hand corner of the screen and verify that it is indeed 1.16.1. But if you guys did enjoy the episode in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to check out my live streams that I do every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and those times are going to be listed on my website, which is gamercorey.com. Also on my website, you guys will be able to download this world so you guys can go ahead and check it out for yourselves. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.